Hmm. Can we repeat what we did last night? Probably not. We got incredibly lucky, but what a fun race we had last night. Let's try to do the best we can. Um, Difficulty is going to be a little bit harder to find. I think it's going to be a little bit lower than it was in Shanghai, but overall, I think we had the right difficulty for last night's race. We're going to go ahead and get ready to do the Dutch Grand Prix weekend. So I think we've already changed a few things, the power unit, everything. I usually get all this hooked up. We're going to leave that at 83. We get all this hooked up before we... Excuse me, before we end the stream, I usually try to get everything all hooked up the way it needs to be. I don't think... But I wonder if this will make it any difference. It's at 40. I'm going to bump it up to like 70. We'll see. I don't think it makes any difference. I really don't think it makes any difference. The wingman.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
Okay, so it's downforce. It's pretty high downforce. I mean, you can run like 8, 9 wings here. We're gonna go 78, 62. We had an intense race here last year. Or not last year. This is season 1, so last year was not a thing. No, we had an intense race here with
Quick note about tires.
Majestic Racing.
Just bear in mind we have to return the 2 most worn sets at the end of this session. They're gone forever at that point, so be careful how and when you use them, and don't waste any sets that you might need later on.
Thank you, Jeff, for that wonderful tidbit of information. Just gonna throw a random setup on and just hope it's good enough. If we can get it in the ballpark, that's generally the idea. Try to get this in the ballpark. Let's go ahead and do... Yeah, we'll do acclimatization. We'll just knock that out. Since we're here... Oh, there's one thing I want to change. I'll have to wait until we're on track to change it. I'm gonna put this at 5. And we'll just roll with that. Oh, it's gonna be too deep there. Well, dang it! It's a good thing that... Oh.
Are you alright? Engine off, engine off.
You know what? That never happened. It never happened. Good freaking job. This is why we have flashbacks in free practice, so you can goof up in the practice and then get it right for the race. God.
Approaching the DRS zone, watch your MFD for the activation point. That's looking good. Now let's try for purple. You'll get a bonus for consistency if you can chain good corners together.
Try that again. I can get turn 1 right. I know I can get turn 1 right. There's no reason I can't get it right. Are you joking me with this? Oh my god. Wow.
This is the last lap of the program. Final lap of the program.
There's things you experience with this game. Come on, that's gotta be purple. It is. Wait, is that it? Yep, that's it. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. That's it. So we can improve turn 1, 7, and 12. But other than that, pretty good. Pretty decent baseline. Pretty good baseline setup here. Let's knock out the tire management program. I hate the practice programs. After a while, they just become old. Just another part of the routine, I guess.
This test is all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
Thank you, Curb. Absolutely delightful.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Never mind. Never mind. Uh, what's the
If you
second
want to know
practice session going to be
specific
like?
information or make certain changes to the car during a pit stop, you can tell me what you want over the radio. Press and hold the radio button to activate the system, and you can either speak the command or select it manually from the radio screen that will appear on the multifunction display. While the radio is active, cycle through command groups with the MFD button.
Alright, well, let's just try to knock the fuel management program out. We should have enough grip to be able to do this anyway.
In this program, we want you to focus on fuel-saving technique. Lift and coast through
God,
corner
what
entry
was
to
that?
save as much as you can while keeping under the minimum lap time.
Curbs around here are freaking dumb. These are the dumbest curbs. These curbs don't make sense.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Alright, let's practice the pit entry. That's pretty close to perfect on the pit entry. Wow, 440 out of 600. Not bad. And only 2 more left, I think. 3 more left. We're halfway there. And
It's time to remind ourselves of
where
our
did we
top three,
finish?
who are Leclerc, Albon, and
Okay.
Max Verstappen. What an
Yeah, let's get to FP2. So, race strategy, we could do qualifying here as well. It would help us meet the last of the team objectives. So, we're probably not going to get maximum resource points, but we'll get close enough. Take that race strategy program and let's knock this out.
Focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the.
Jeff, no one cares about your qualifying sim program. You're always going on about the qualifying sim program.
Okay, we need a few solid laps here to help us calculate a good race strategy.
The race strategy is just be fast. That's the race strategy. Be fast. God, that understeer on the exit is terrible. It's horrible. Alright, let's try that again. Shall we? The curbs here are just dumb. They're just dumb. Oddly enough, these raised ones right through here are just fine, actually. Oh my, what the, what? Oh, oh my God. Oh my God. This car is a... Ugh! Ugh! I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna rage. What?
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
Man, I can't even... Thank you for surviving that corner for once in your life. Good God.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Why is this such a piece of junk? Why is this car such a piece of junk? Yes, I love the understeer. It's absolutely fantastic. It's blowing my mind. And then the loss of traction on the exit is just that's a cherry on top. Absolutely. It's a cherry on top. Just mwah, perfection. You couldn't have crafted it any better.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
There we go. That's more hooked up than before.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Okay, the car feels just like it's just got so much understeer. Very heavy in the corners. Horrible on the traction. Codemasters, why you do this? Why you build the cars this way?
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
God, that exit is so crap. Alright, good enough. There's some things we need to tweak in the setup though. This is just not working right now. I'm not happy with it. Not at all. Well, we have a whole session to mess with some things.
So far, our fastest
Ah.
lap is a 1 minute 14.7.
That might be a little bit your problem. No wonder we're getting so much understeer. Alright, we gotta just be careful making sure we balance this out. We have a couple of free sets of tires and 3 practice programs, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go to track. I want to test this out. We could test it out doing a practice program, I guess, but I just want to make sure this setup is what we need or want, etc. If it's too unstable, then we don't need to run with it. But that's what we're here to find out. Oh, that's much better. Alright. We're finding time. This setup is good. It's much better, especially in this corner. Maybe we're on to something with this. This might be a setup to go with at tracks like this. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good.
Okay.
Alright, that's good enough. I have gotten the information I needed to get. We'll do qualifying pace. We'll try that with this setup as well. As long as we beat the objective, that's all I care about. That's what we're here to do.
Don't worry about tyres, just give it everything. In this test, we want to make sure we can lap close to our rival's pace.
Oh my god! These stupid curbs.
complete.
Okay. We're very close to the right difficulty if that's our qualifying pace. I think we're very close then.
So far, our fastest lap is a
Alright, well, we're just going to simulate the remaining practice session. It's going to be in the wet and there's only one more program left to do.
The
So
session has
I'm
drawn
not
to
going
a
to
close.
stress too much about doing that one. Yep, simulate. Alright, qualifying is ahead. Now we have to make the tough decision of what difficulty, and I'm gonna go with 86 because I don't think we're that far off. It said 15th, so we'll just bump it up to 86. We might do 87 just to give ourselves a challenge here in this race. We'll see how qualifying goes. Gotta change out. Yeah, we'll just change out the power unit. Yep. Everything is pretty much on the same level of wear so far. So that's good to know. Good to know. So I think it's supposed to rain at some point in this session, but not yet. Which I think it's going to be dry for all of Q1. Yeah, it looks like that's going to be the case. The question is it going to rain in the future sessions? We may not even get out of Q1, so it may not impact us. So the game plan is, let's look at our setup one last time. 8, 9. I'm pretty happy with this setup.
The car settings screen on your multifunction display will allow you to change various settings as you drive. Open the display with the MFD button. You can then navigate up and down to the setting you want to change.
I'm pretty happy with this setup. It's going to be a dry race, so we don't have to really worry too much about that. These guys are going to go out, set some times. I'm going to go out, as I typically do, at about the 12-ish minute mark. And we'll try to set our banker time. This just needs to be a banker lap. Yeah, we're gonna be in Park Ferme.
Checks complete. We're ready.
Uh-oh. I saw that Merc coming up behind me. I was like, oh no. So I think we have the whole track to ourselves. It's not a good time, is it? It's a... Oh!
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
Oh! Well... I'll be... That's a pretty good time. What the heck? What? Teammate status.
They're in 20th. Their best lap time is a 1:13.8.
Ooh. Might be a little bit low on the difficulty. Ooh. I even bumped it up right before we jumped into this. I was like, yeah, let's bump it up to 87 for a bit more of a challenge. A challenge, right? Yeah, this is a challenge. Yeah, P13. That's a big challenge right there. I thought that was a pretty bad lap. It was pretty scruffy, rough around the edges type of lap. Well, I mean, I'll take it. If that's where we are, I'll take it. Yeah, we'll bump it up before the race session by like 2 points or so, 2 clicks or so. But yeah, that's wow. I thought I was gonna be like dead last. I really did. I crossed in, I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna be dead last. What's their what's the cutoff? What's the time at the cutoff position? Like, what's the cutoff time? Yeah, so they're doing
Our best lap
111s.
so far is a 1:12.9.
They're doing what, 111 zeros. We're like 2 seconds off their pace. I mean, we're look at this. We've been this way the whole season. We've been competitive with the Haas cars. Yes, we've been way outperforming our teammate by like a second. But to be fair, Delatraz is a rookie. I mean, I guess you could say maybe I'm a rookie as well. But he's a rookie. But I'm kind of, you know, the better driver here. You can see our third sector time was pretty similar, actually.
There's a few cars out on track. Perhaps we should get out there before it gets busy.
Similar second sector times. So we're just blitzing him in the first sector. So honestly, it's pretty tight amongst a lot of us in these sectors. Just the time differences is a bit interesting. We're not much faster, honestly, than the Alfa Romeos. We're right there with the Haas cars, and we're not really even all that much faster or slower than them. We're in the mix.
If you start to suffer from oversteer, come in and let us have a look at the setup. You will get oversteer if the rear tyres lose grip before the front. Usually this will be coming from a lack of rear downforce or an overly stiff rear suspension, but a little tweak with negative camber or toe-in can also help with this.
Okay, so Gasly is the knockout driver at the moment. He's out of Q1. He could make it if he improves. He doesn't have to improve much to go faster than we did. So we should go out again. If we were P11, that might be a little bit safer. Definitely P10 is safe. P10 is, I mean, P10 is I'd say is pretty safe. So I guess we'll go out again. Try to make Q2. They're going to all be going. In fact, Magnussen is going now. I guess he's on a flying lap now. Yeah, he's on a flying lap at the moment. I just got to pay attention to that timing and not get too caught up in Magnussen's lap because we're going to have to go out again. Just a 32.5. What did he do before? Okay, so he's going slower so far. That was not, he did an 18 before, so he's slower on this lap. He won't improve. I don't think he'll improve. No way does he improve. Oh, he's coming in. He must have been, I don't know. That was interesting. So he comes in. We've put a new set of tires on.
To view information on your current levels of tire wear and damage, press the MFD button to open the multifunction display, and then again to cycle to the tires and damage screen.
Okay, let's just get ready to go out again soon. With it being a minute, we could go out quite late. They'll be going out very soon, if not about right now. We're going to follow suit very, very soon, very closely. We'll go out at 140, 145. We'll go out. Let's just go out now. No time wasted. Let's go out.
All complete. Mechanics, please stand clear. We're ready to go.
It'll take a few seconds for us to get out as well, so don't want to leave it too late. It's going to be close, I think. We may have left it really close here. Oh, we got plenty of time. accidentally hitting the downshift. I'm not intending to hit it so many times. Just trying to hold onto the tire a little bit before we begin the full push lap. So this is going to be our push lap right here. That's a mistake, and I don't get flashbacks. Well, that's a mistake. Man. Well, let's just go around. Let's just box. I pushed too hard into turn 1. Let's hope they don't improve. Uh-oh. Yep, they're all improving. We are on the brink of elimination. Watching that timing tower so closely. We were like the last one to go around, so we may be fine. I think we made it. I think we've made it. We'll just cross the finish line here. And that'll be the end of the session. I think we got through. Just barely. We only dropped like 2 positions there. Yep, we made it. So my mistake didn't cost us in the end. Delatraz does not get through, but I think he improved. He did improve. We made a mistake going into turn 1 too fast, but it's okay. We get a chance to qualify in Q2. So here's my plan. I'm gonna try and qualify, but I don't think we're gonna do anything. We've used those 2 sets of tires. That's okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to wait until the end of the session. Well, let's see. Is it going to rain? That's one of the things we need to pay attention to if there's a risk of rain. By the end of the session, it looks like it's going to stay dry. Oh, that rain at 20 minutes makes things interesting, though. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go out. I'm going to monitor what the weather is doing. Hello, what's up? We have started a, if you haven't been in tune.
Expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
Okay, I think we're fine. If you haven't been in tune, I lost my save, or not I didn't lose my save. My save got corrupted. Unfortunately. So we had to start all over again. Ugh, which is frustrating because we made so much progress. So we're starting all over again. And I hate it because I have to do the season 1 car all over again. But I'm not using my rule for this career is no flashbacks. I don't get flashbacks in qualifying or the race. So it's a little bit more intense. What time did I go out at the end of Q1? I think it was at like 1 minute 40. Yeah. And I had plenty of time. Oh, that's too fast. No, go out, go out, go out. Oh no, I fast forwarded too fast.
Ready? Okay, let's go.
Dang it. I don't think we have time to go around. I fast forwarded too fast. Oh. Yeah, we don't have enough time. I mean, I'm gonna have a bonsai outlap to make it across in time. Yeah, I know. I crossed the white line. Oh, well, that's okay. I don't think we were gonna make Q3 anyway. So, it's not like it's that big a deal. I mean, to be this far up the order anyway is pretty good. So... here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna try to get around. We may not make it anyway, but I'm gonna try. Ah! I can't believe I fast forwarded so fast. That's what I get for doing that. Yeah, I don't... ooh, it could be tight. I don't think we have enough time. Okay, well, I'll just cut the corner a little bit. That might help. 17 seconds. Can I get to the line in time? 10 seconds. It's gonna be close. 6 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, just in time. I left out about as late as possible. So if we make Q3, this will be sensational. I don't think we have the pace to make Q3. I gotta just throw it into this corner. Ah! It's got a lot of understeer, this first car. Wow, look at the left front tire. Ouch. Too fast, too fast. That was too fast in there. Yeah. Alright. I don't think we're gonna make it. I don't think we're gonna make it. What is it? What's the time? Nope, it's gonna be... It is... oh, it's P12. That's okay. Wow, that close to Q3. Okay, difficulty might be just a touch low. We need to be about where Haas are. And so we're about 4/10 faster. So difficulties, I probably just barely misjudged the difficulty. But we get a free choice of tire, and we'll be starting P12. But the trade-off is I'm going to bump the difficulty by a couple points because that's a little too easy. That's just a little bit too easy. So now we have an opportunity to try to back up our first points finish in that crazy ass race in China. That was a crazy race. Last night, we have to try to match that performance. Oh, we got lucky. We got really lucky with the strategy last night. So I don't think we're gonna get that lucky this time. Oh, this is Zandvoort. The overtaking is gonna be difficult here. We're gonna have to... I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to have a good start and just stay out of traffic. If we can pull away even with an improved difficulty. So I think I had it at, yeah, we gotta bump it up. I'm gonna use 89. I think I ran 90 at Shanghai. So I went with 90, and 90 was perfect in Shanghai. We qualified P18, I think, in Shanghai. So a little bit higher up the grid here in Zandvoort. You know what? Let's go ahead and buy another upgrade. Oh, I hate having to do all of this again. Oh, we can't develop another component. We have the maximum capacity there. Well, you know what? The only thing we can upgrade is durability or powertrain. Yeah, we'll just go and buy a spark plug upgrade. And that would Monaco. That's like the least. That is the least important circuit for a powertrain upgrade. I'm gonna try to do Monaco as well this year. I really would rather do aerodynamics, but we don't have the capacity to develop multiple components at the time. What is that? Is that a turbo? Is that a turbo? Yeah, turbo upgrade. I'd rather just get the next gearbox upgrade, so I'll hold on to durability. We can live without durability upgrades, although durability is going to be pretty important because we're doing a 16 race season. So, and we only have 3 power unit components. Well, we have 2 energy store and 2 control electronics, but we only have allocated 3 of the other components. So we kind of have to use them well, not sparingly, but I guess we have to be smart with how we use those components. So anyway, let's not do an upgrade for now. I'm gonna hold off on the power train upgrades. I'd rather just, cause wait, where's yeah, I'd rather upgrade these areas before the engine. Although we do have that Honda engine and it was the cheapest, so we might want to think about doing an engine upgrade soon. But it's a tough call. I'd rather hold on to the resource points. We can get other more important upgrades. The chassis is going to be important because I want that light, nimble car, which is what we were starting to develop with the previous My Team career. We had a much more nimble car by the end of season 3, and now this car's a dog.
It was 35 years ago that the late great Niki Lauda took his 25th and final Grand Prix win here at Zandvoort. He came from 10th on the grid to beat his McLaren teammate Alain Prost by just 0.2 of a second. Well, Zandvoort is a very different circuit today, of course, but still one with an incredible legacy. And we're going to add to that. Welcome along to the 2020 Dutch Grand Prix. A lap of this short 2.6-mile Zandvoort circuit features 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left. The main straight is 678 meters long and heads into turn 1, the Tarzan corner. With DRS down the main straight into the braking zone, that could be the best overtaking opportunity on the track. Joining me for today's race once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's kick things off by talking about Lance Stroll. As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away, and indeed they'll be starting out of position today due to a power unit component change. So it's going to be a difficult task to move forward from there.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain.
Is that
power
Max
units
on
to come
pole?
through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Young superstar Max Verstappen
Max
starts
on
from
pole.
position, and Valtteri
In his
Bottas
home
will
race
line up
in season
alongside.
1.
Looking at the rest of today's grid, we
What?
have Vettel, Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, and Albon, Perez, Sainz, Ricciardo, and Lando Norris. The Rainmaster, Fiat,
Oh.
Kevin Magnussen, and Grosjean, Ocon, Gasly, Kimi Raikkonen, and Lance Stroll. Russell,
It's because of Stroll's
Giovinazzi,
penalty.
Giovinazzi, and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
What's the strategy? Medium to hard?
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Oh. I was not expecting soft to hard tire. I don't know that I like that. And there's not that, well, what is that? Almost 2 seconds difference. But the soft tire is going to be at like 66% wear. And the hard tire will have a significant dip off as well. We could go mediums and just push on it. It'll have 60% wear. 57. I'd rather go medium to hard tire. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do medium to hard tire. There's our setup. This setup seems to be working pretty well for me. I would say medium to hard. Oh, one thing I need to do is drop the front left pressure because we're massively overheating that front left, and that front left is going to be taking a beating in this race. Zandvoort is kind of hard on tires. Oh yeah, I forgot about fuel as well. So it's a 36 lap race. That's quite a bit of fuel, but you do burn, surprisingly enough, you burn through fuel here. I'm gonna bank on a safety car. So I'm gonna bank on a safety car, and I'm gonna put a little less fuel in the car, and we'll burn through it. And then if we need to save it, we'll save some fuel here and there. But I'm gonna bank on a safety car in this race. I think there's gonna be one. We just gotta be clean in the turn 1. I don't know if I've ever had the outside in the turn 1 in career mode.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice start. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want to bog down.
So I don't get flashbacks if I ram into the back of somebody. Hopefully I don't. I'm just going to play it nice and easy into turn 1. Just play it nice and easy. We've had 3 really decent races to start the career mode off. Actually, we've had 2 really great races. The last 2 have been really good results. Let's see if we can keep the momentum going. I don't expect a points finish, but look at this. We're P11 to start the race. I did bump the difficulty up. I felt it may have been a little bit too easy. So we'll see if we're up for a challenge today. Norris on hard tire is an interesting one. I like to see someone that's a little bit going a little bit out of the box, I guess you could say. That's just a little bit out of the box. I'm not really warming the tires up, am I? Kind of hard to be able to build up any space to warm them up anyways. Norris is slow there. One thing I'm going to do, I want to change one thing real quick before we do get this race started. Go to my steering setup. I just want to drop the force feedback a little bit. It's a little bit strong. Maybe it's not the force feedback. Maybe it's more the wheel damper. We'll put it at 3. I don't know how that's going to feel, but I'm just going to go with 3. I don't know. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. I like some weight to the wheel, but it's a little bit too heavy for my tastes. But I've been racing with it like that for all the races in this career mode so far. We are like all over the back of Norris as we're gonna pull into our grid slot, and Norris pulls away, and we pull right up to our grid space, waiting a little bit longer than usual for the rest of the grid to form up. Here we go.
The grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
We just need to be patient into turn 1 here. And that's where Norris is going to struggle a bit on the hard tire, is in the initial stages here. So we have that advantage over Lando Norris. Let's keep it.
We're looking good so far.
Yeah, it's been a nice start. Decent enough. I'm happy enough. A little bit cautious. Kind of tiptoeing around, I'll admit. And we have pulled a gap to Norris already. Sainz was a little bit slow there and it messed me up. And now Norris is all over the back of us. Not going to make anything easy for him. These guys may be a bit too fast for me over the course of the race. We'll just have to see how it goes. The more they duel, the better for me. And we'll get DRS as well. Not yet, but the next time we come around, we'll get DRS.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Oh man. We actually have decent pace to stick with these guys so far. I'm kind of shocked. Ricardo's holding up Sainz. Which is helping me.
Engine is showing small signs of wear. Power output will be down.
Okay. Guess we'll just have to drive through it then. Drive around it. This is not really a powertrain circuit anyway. Give me that beautiful DRS. We need that DRS. Oh, we're close. Burning so much ERS, just like last night. I'm just gonna try to stick with these guys, see how my pace is. Hopefully I can use them to pull away. Kind of like in a DRS train. That's the idea, at least. Kind of get DRS, pull away with these guys. If I can just keep my pace the same as theirs. That's not good to lock up like that. Well, I do have DRS. I use so much ERS. We'll use Rich Mixer here to try to give me a little more power. I don't have so much ERS at my disposal. Must say I'm impressed by our pace so far. If we can just stick right in this train here, this is going to help us massively. I can't do too much of that. It's not going to help the tire. You can see without the ERS, my pace just drops way off. Well, not way off, but it does drop off a bit compared to these guys. Just can't push like they can. That's why DRS is going to be so helpful. If I can just stay within DRS, they're just going to pull me along. Oh yeah. I mean, we're doing all right without the ERS deployment at our disposal. So my question is, when are these guys pitting? It's got to be soon. Any lap now. And then I won't have these guys to build a buffer to Norris after that. So these guys are critical for me right now. I'm actually gaining, I think, a little bit. Yeah, they're slowing down. Their pace is going to slow here on that soft tire. This is where the medium tire is going to excel. This tire should be a bit stronger at this phase in the race. Honestly, I'm happy to finish where I am. I really am. I can't ask for much more than this. Look at Sainz. Back end is moving all over the place. He's struggling for traction. Bit of a push here. ERS has been saved up a bit. Gotta be careful on that curve, I could spin. It's a pretty boring race for the most part. I'm just tagging along with these guys, but this is what we gotta do. I don't quite have the pace to overtake them at the moment. Not without really pushing hard, and I don't want to push too hard. Oh man, and you can see how slow Sainz is into that corner now. Might push to just try and get a little bit closer to Sainz, but I don't know if I have the pace to overtake them. Like I said, I'm pretty content to just sit here and DRS and just let them tow me along. Man, Sainz, you were really slow there, buddy. It's got to be pitting soon. I'm starting to struggle a little bit too. And they're staying out. Lap 11. Man, they've made that soft tire last. Impressive. Oh, I'm getting some understeer here. Tire's not performing the same. Am I on manual? Like manual transmission? Yeah, I'm doing manual gears. I just got to stick in this DRS zone, or in DRS behind these guys. Oh, but they're coming in. They're boxing. That's gonna be critical for me. I don't have that slipstream now.
The car ahead is 9.5 seconds.
Let's see if Norris starts pulling ahead or pulling closer to us. We're in a very lofty position at the moment. Provisionally P7. We shouldn't be here. But we've had decent pace behind those guys. Just letting them tow us around in DRS.
The car behind you has just fitted the hard tires. Car behind, running hards.
That's what we're going to go on to. Pit stop information.
Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left. Pit window will open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens.
We're not
in
going
3
much
laps.
further into this race than they did on softs, which is kind of infuriating. You can see the tire just really is starting to fall away from me. Just don't have the same grip. I wish I had DRS. Leclerc will be all
Approaching the pit window, you will be on the hards.
Leclerc will be all over me in a few laps if I don't pit. But I'm going to pit. This is a way better strategy call than putting softs on. We couldn't have made the softs last. They would have been destroyed in no time.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to
That's
see
not gonna
loss
help.
of power.
I'm afraid to drive the car in too hard. And Albon is past as well. So Norris starting on hard, that's an interesting call, but
To the car in front is
everyone else is ahead of him
12.2
now
seconds.
after their pit stops. And he hasn't stopped yet, so we'll see how his race goes. It's the only reason we were able to get past him on the start into turn 1 is he started on hards. We started on mediums. So after this lap, it'll be the next lap that our pit window will open, and we will pit for mediums. Yeah, I'm just not having a good time on this
Be
tire.
aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
They already have.
Louis is coming in for his stop.
And that's Leclerc, just less than a second behind, which is not surprising. I'm going to try to make it easy for him to get past me. I don't want to fight him too hard. Honestly, a DRS overtake would be preferable here. And it will be just that. Or not. It's just a little bit too far back. God, this tire set sucks right now. Oh, that was dangerously close on the exit. Here comes Leclerc.
We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
Now I need to get DRS from him. If I can stay behind him, but I think he's going to be well quicker. No, Shaw, come back. I need DRS, buddy. I need DRS. Please. If I can just stay within it. We got it. So I guess we were there at the detection point. That's good. All right, we gotta come in. All right. Well, we've made it almost half the distance on the medium tire, so that's good for us. And we're in. I don't know how this race is going to go. Norris is going to go past, but he has yet to pit. Quick pit stop, guys. Good stuff. 1.9. Good pit stop, guys.
After these tires now,
I'd like to see that. I don't know who we're racing. Oh, it's Giovinazzi, but we're closer to Ricciardo. Sainz, I don't know where he is, but we have gotten closer to Ricciardo by staying out. Holy crap. But he does have... Oh, sorry, that's Ocon. We got past Ricciardo. This is what happens when you take the driver tags off. That's Ocon. We're past Ricciardo with the pit stop. Great call. Haha. Now can we take this to the end here? Oh my goodness. Go into the pits already. Holy crap. Slow me down on the exit. That was dangerous. I had to lift. Now Ricciardo behind and Sainz. So there's that battle that we were behind. Now we are ahead of. We have got to push ahead of these guys. This is going to be an interesting race to the finish.
Okay, gap ahead is 9.1 seconds.
Except this time they don't have a tire advantage. So that's been nullified, but they do have the pace. Look at this. My life is about to get very intense. trying to defend from these two. I'm just gonna have to use ERS very carefully here. Oh my goodness. Save fuel into some of these corners. That was scary. That was ultra scary. I'm gonna earn this one. I'm so nervous with those guys behind. Oh. Very, very careful coming out of the corners. Not a very good exit.
Gap to car in front is 8.5 seconds.
Forget about the cars in front. It's all about the cars behind. Norris has yet to pit as well. He's only 8 seconds up the road. What a masterclass race we've had so far. It's still early doors, so you never know what's going to happen here.
The car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap.
It's early. It's early. We can't celebrate it. But my tires are fresher. They're 3 laps or something like that fresher. Had to get out of it. Ricardo's back inside DRS.
Keep managing your tires. Manage your tires.
What an incredible race this has turned into. Accidental double short shift. Let's just keep this up. Let's try to keep this up.
The gap to the car ahead is 7.8 seconds.
And that's Norris, who has yet to pit. Might I remind you, one more time. Oh, that was poor. Am I feeling the pressure? Absolutely. Let's just push it. Let's push it. I can't get out of DRS. Uh-oh.
You're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Keep pushing.
I need to get ahead of Ricardo outside of DRS range. That's the corner to help me do it right there. Yep. It's a critical corner for me. I have to be so good into that corner.
Our gap to the car in front is 6.1 seconds.
Lando's gone long on that strategy and it has not paid off. Not the way to go in this race. I could have told you that, but not so good on this tire. Again, I just have to be good into that corner, and I'll be just okay. I'll be just all right if I can be good into that corner. Oh, don't do that to me. Norris has pit, but he's going to lose out in a big way. Just got to be careful putting that foot down. 25 laps out of 36. Oh my goodness.
going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon. We're leading our teammate by 35.4 seconds.
He got blitzed. Oof.
Okay, gap ahead is 10.6 seconds.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh no. Don't touch the race curb like that. Almost race over for me. Woo. This is just going to be a try to carry it to the end type of deal. Just try to make it to the end. Oh god, the understeer is getting serious. It's getting serious.
Gap to car in front is 11.9 seconds.
These stupid race curbs around Zandvoort. Oh my god. I've almost bent my race on multiple occasions because of the curbs. Ah, that was fortunate. I've had like, not even two, I've had like 4 really good moments of fortune with the curbs in this race.
The car behind is catching you by 0.5 a lap. 0.5.
Shut up, Jeff. Don't tell me anything like that. Get out of my ears. Stay out of my ear holes. That's the curb that almost cost me my race earlier.
gap to the car ahead is 12.8 seconds.
I don't know why Jap is concerned about the gap to the car ahead. It's not an interest for me. I'm having my hands full just keeping these two behind.
VSC deployed. The virtual safety car has been deployed. We need to keep a positive delta here. Slow down, maintain a positive delta.
Well, at least it wasn't a full safety car.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta
Is
is
Valtteri
negative, which
is
means you are
Valtteri's
too
AI
fast.
programmed
Reduce
to
your
retire
pace.
here or something? I mean, again, he retires at Zandvoort.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
There he is on the left, pulled up. Mechanical failure of some sort.
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC
That was so
ending,
close to a
wait for
penalty.
green.
Oh, I almost got a penalty for speeding. Under the virtual safety car. Gosh dang it, it's let Ricardo back into the fight. No, you don't. Alright, so we built the gap back up, sort of, for now.
Gap to teammate behind is 48.0 seconds.
Yeah, this is going to be tough to the end here. 7/10 gap to Ricardo, it's going to be less.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2. tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving. Our gap to the car in front is 14.2 seconds.
I don't have any ERS. Hopefully I don't have to defend for my life. Oh man, we're so close. Final lap.
Of the race.
We can do this. Yeah!
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Haha! Good result, good strategy. Grande Strategia. That's another race we've done on merit. No flashbacks. No flashbacks
It was a
even needed.
magnificent race and a
How about
drive
that?
right down the
Consistency,
top
man.
draw to take the win for Red Bull today.
Oh.
Anthony Davidson, a
And to think we
resounding
bumped up the
victory today.
difficulty.
What set them apart from the rest?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions, and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today, and the results speak for themselves.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently. It's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be proud of the victory they secured here.
Both Ferraris on the podium. That is very strange. Man, we pick up more points. A second consecutive points finish. Wow. Just wow.
So, let's review the driver's standings. Today's performance means Max Verstappen now owns the top spot in the Drivers' Championship. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for Driver of the Day?
Well, Lance Stroll would be my pick. He managed to keep a cool head today whilst pushing through the field.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull take over as championship leaders. Meanwhile, good work from Racing Point this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
Good result for Red Bull. Tough result for Hamilton. Good result for us. P7, 6 more points. And to think about this, we had a P10 in Vietnam, but a 3-second penalty with Bottas behind us meant we finished P11, so we were running in the points in that crazy race. So 3 really insane races in a row. We've been outperforming the car, outperforming ourselves. We had similar pace to both Haas cars. You look at our fastest. We did a 1:14.8. Stroll Ricardo, Sainz, they all had very similar pace to ourselves. Grosjean with a 15.3, so pretty similar pace to the Haas cars. And a 14.8 from Magnussen as well. So, man, I'm sweating. That was intense. We had to keep Ricardo and Sainz behind. We were behind them for a bit. Norris loses out with his bold strategy to start on the hard tire. It didn't work out. We jumped to P9 in the driver's standings with 16 points, if you can believe it. 16 points. And we have gained all 16 in the constructors standings for our team. All these races have been done on merit. You see there our pace, consistent 16s. Incident-free race as well. We had a quick pit stop as well. That was critical. View the highlights, which we pretty much spent the whole race defending from Ricardo and Sainz. And there we are right there, starting in P11. Overtaking Norris on the first lap, and we never looked back in this race. Stayed behind Ricardo and Sainz, using them as a DRS train and a slipstream train, just so we could pull away from Norris. It worked. It really worked. We would eventually overtake them in the pit stop phase, which I was not expecting to happen. But I guess they hit traffic. That's us coming out of the pits just ahead of the Alpha of Giovinazzi, trying to give him space. We go around the outside and we get the move done, and we are out well ahead of all of those guys. Sainz and Ricardo behind us. Ocon just in front of us. I was shocked. I thought it was Ricardo in front of us until I looked at the timing tower, and I realized just who it was that was behind us. It was Ricardo and Sainz behind us, and we kept them behind the rest of the race. Pulled a gap at the last lap, just bonsai lap at the end. Let's check out that race start, because we had a pretty good race start in this one. Let's see how we got off the line compared to our rivals. Very good timing on that start. Actually, we timed it to perfection. Probably the best start of the whole season. So our race was either being in the mirrors of Sainz and Ricardo, or having Ricardo and Sainz in our mirrors. So that was the way it was for the first half of the race. We're just sitting here stuck behind them. In the second half of the race, they were just sitting there stuck behind me. So a bit of an interesting race. I think we had very similar pace to those guys, and that was really who we were racing today. And again, to think we bumped up the difficulty, and I don't think it really, I don't think that they had anything for us. So where's Lando Norris? Oh, he's starting alongside. So this is Lando Norris, and this is how his race started compared to us. See, we're just trying to keep it out along the outside, and then we're going to make it stick down the inside. Norris on the hard tire being the difference maker here, I think. He just didn't have the initial grip, and that strategy actually fell away from him by the end of the race. It did not work out at all, and that played to our benefit because Norris would later pit and come out quite a few places behind us, as we had I think we had a 4-second gap to Norris, who was in front of us before he pit. So he definitely lost out with that strategy in a big way, and it helped us out, so I'm not complaining. Not really much else to see, not much else to say. We just had a brilliant race, pulled this one off. I want to look at one more thing. I want to look at the lap times that Ricciardo was doing. Ricciardo doing 1 minute 15s pretty consistently. We were doing, I think, 1 minute 15s pretty consistently. Similar pace. I mean, Ricciardo was in our mirrors the whole time. I was making a few mistakes riding some of the curbs, which ended up almost costing me the whole race. I almost bended on multiple occasions. Let's just look at the race pace of the Haas cars as well. See, they were doing 15s in there as well, some 16s and 17s. But overall, pretty decent pace, I guess, from the Haas cars. Very similar pace to ourselves, that's just basically our yardstick. Is not our teammate, but the Haas team. I want the Haas team to be our yardstick, and so far, they have been a perfect yardstick for us. If we're competitive with them, I feel like it's about the right difficulty. We're about in the right ballpark if we're competitive with their team, and so far we have done.
Enjoy that. You made it look easy. You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy?
There you go. We'll help the chassis department out.
Your team must be ecstatic with how you're performing.
I mean, the expectations are pretty low right now, so we're
Great.
outperforming the expectations right now. I wouldn't say we're expected to score points. We're not coming into any race weekend going, well, we are full on expecting to score points. We're just hoping to finish races, and if we get a good race, maybe sneak into the points. And that's what we did in this race. We did sneak into the points, and we got in big into the points at Shanghai. So 2 really good races in a row. I think we need to start looking at some other sponsors that might bring in some more money for these finishes, because we've had 2 really good ones in a row. Well, we've had 3 really good ones in a row, and Bahrain wasn't even a bad finish. So we haven't stuck that many upgrades on the car. I can't say that.
Are looking good right now. I think we've got room for some more investment.
I can't say that it's upgrades to the car that have done this. It's just our consistency, our performance, our consistency. It's really helping us. Let's give Delatraz some training. We'll give him some simulator training, and that's in development. How much is this going to cost me? 2 million. I want to wait until we have about 3 million. I want to have some room with money. Oh, we have resource points, by the way. We have resource points that we could spend. We can't buy another chassis upgrade. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Well, we can't. I said I wanted to save money. Man, look at that. Look at that engine. Whew. Man, it's going to be rough this year. Teams are going to be taking penalties. And what have we got coming up next? Isn't it Spain? It is Spain. That's a penalty track. Canada is a penalty track as well, so there's a couple tracks there where we could take penalties. I could see us taking one in Canada. This we can make, because we haven't used this third engine yet, so we can make this all last probably till Canada. We can run a Warren engine at Monaco, so we can definitely get away with Monaco. We could probably take all this to Silverstone maybe. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how the penalties are going to shake out this season because of the limited allocated power units, but it's not something that's on my mind at the moment. It's just something we have to think about in the future, and overall I'm not all that concerned with it at the moment, but it is something that will weigh on our minds in future races this season. So let's advance the time to the Spanish Grand Prix. We are going to bring... Let's bring the same balanced allocation, so we have an extra medium tire at our disposal. Can we? It's the timeline says it's May 7th. It's May 25th. Oh, it's after Monaco. Okay, I see. Well, we can actually go ahead and do this. So we can go ahead and upgrade the chassis, and we just gave our chassis department, ooh, weight reduction, roll dampers. Let's do a weight reduction. Good. We'll get that in time for maybe for the Canadian Grand Prix. And we don't have any resource points. Go to race weekend. No rain? That looks good. Always like a dry race when we can get one. Now I don't remember the difficulty we generally run at Spain. Let's look at our progress. Haas have actually improved quite a bit, so that's going to be tough for us to compete with them coming to Spain. We do have upgrades that are in progress that will help us out. But we're going to wait on. We're going to have to wait on those upgrades. So this could be a tougher race here with their performance upgrades coming in time for the Spanish Grand Prix. Look at that string of results: 14, 11, 5th, and a 7th. I mean, you can't complain with the results we've been getting. We're on par with Lance Stroll. I mean, we're performing better than Lance Stroll. So I don't know. But we've had 4 really good races, 2 really brilliant races with points. So we'll be back tomorrow with the Spanish Grand Prix, and that's going to be an interesting one. Ooh, whoops, I meant to quit. So what have we got coming up? We got Spain and Monaco, and Monaco is going to be a tough one. That could be the first DNF of the season. I'm hoping it won't be, but it could be. It very well could be. Alright, so that's it for now. With Spain coming up tomorrow.